Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniela and I have another charity shop book haul for you today. If you like watching charity shop book hauls, I have a playlist full of them on my channel, so go check that out and let's dive straight in. Starting off with Terry Pratchett from the Discworld collection. We have been collecting them. We have found another 3 of these. So we have Mort, The Fifth Elephant and Reaper Man by Terry Pratchett. Reaper Man was £2.99, The Fifth Elephant was £2.99 and Mort was £4.99. These have been really hard to find, especially Mort, so very happy to have been able to find that and pick that one up. Also, they are in very good condition. The covers aren't faded at all. Super happy with those. Next up, I found a full set of fantasy books, so I decided to get them to try them. So we have this set of 5 books. This is the Enarin series by Juliet E. McKenna. The first one was Assassin's Edge. The second one is The Warrior's Bond. The third one is The Gambler's Fortune. Then we have The Swordman's Oath and The Thief's Gamble. This is a full collection. These were £2 each, £10 for a full series. I really like this old style of artwork that's on these, and they seem to have been very much taken care of, so again, another great find. The back of the first book for this series says, in Enarin, the secret of magic is known only by an elite few. They live in deliberate isolation under the watchful eye of the Archmage, but nothing lasts forever. Levac is a part-time thief and a full-time gambler, long accustomed to living by her wits and narrowly avoiding serious trouble. When she attempts to sell a stolen antique to a passing merchant, she finds herself pulled into a new and dangerous world of political intrigue in which the stakes are higher than anyone involved can imagine. For the antique, she has acquired dates from a particular period in the history of Enarin about which little is known, but much has been speculated. And when the truth begins to emerge, Levac decides to take the greatest gamble of her life. Next up, we found book 2 in the Expanse series. This is Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey. We have the first one, so it was nice to find the second one, and we paid £2.49 for this. Next up, I found a Wordsworth edition of The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I've been looking for this for ages. I've not been able to find it because I'd been looking in the classics section the whole time, and then I realised, wait a minute, this is a children's book, it's a children's classic. I went to the children's section and checked the classics and found it immediately. I don't know how long it had been sitting in this particular charity shop, but I'm super happy to have found that one. And this one cost me £1.99. I picked up a copy of The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. I watch Alison Pages and she really likes Khaled Hosseini. It says their books are very, very good, so I'm looking forward to reading some of these. This one says, Afghanistan 1975, 12-year-old Amir is desperate to win the local kite fighting tournament and his loyal friend Hassan promises to help him. But neither of the boys can foresee what will happen to Hassan that afternoon, an event that is to shatter their lives. After the Russians invade and the family is forced to flee America, Amir realises that one day he must return to Afghanistan under Taliban rule to find the one thing that his new world cannot grant him, redemption. I can't find the price on this, so I'm not sure what we paid. Probably up to a couple of pounds. Next up, I picked up a copy of Kind of Cruel by Sophie Hannah. This one is super floppy. It says, Amber Hewardine knows more than she is telling. She knows that she hasn't slept since the arson attack which killed her best friend. She knows that it is not normal for 4 members of your family to disappear one Christmas morning and then reappear the next day refusing to explain or even speak of it again. And she knows that somewhere, buried deep in her subconscious, is the key to what happened all those years ago at Little Orchard. Kind cruel, kind of cruel. These are the words she keeps going back to, but what do they mean? And why is she arrested within hours of first saying them for the murder of a woman she has never met? This one cost £2.50. It sounds really interesting. I'm not sure if this is a thriller or drama, but it sounds good. Speaking of thrillers, I'm pretty sure this is a thriller. This is Sweet Little Lies by Kaz Freya. This seems to be about a girl who has a suspicion that her dad could possibly be involved in the murder of 2 women. It just sounds really interesting, and this one I paid £1 for. Next, I picked up a romance. This is One Night on the Island by Josie Silver. I originally read One Day in December by Josie Silver and I really enjoyed it. I read that on holiday like years ago now, and I cried, I laughed, like it was so good, and I read it very quickly. So she has 2 other books and this is her newest book, and I managed to find this for £1, so I was super happy about that. Next up, I have 2 books by Lauren Groff. I don't think I realised when I picked both of these up that they were both by the same person. So the first book is a hardback of Matrix. I paid £3 for this. And this one says, 17-year-old Marie, too wild for courtly life, is thrown to the dogs one winter morning, expelled from the royal court to become the prioress of an abbey. Marie is strange, tall, a giantess, her elbows and knees stick out ungainly. At first taken aback by life at the abbey, Marie finds purpose and passion among her mercurial sisters. Yet she deeply misses her secret lover Cecily and Queen Eleanor. Born last in a long line of women warriors and crusaders, women who flew across the countryside with their sword fighting and dagger work, Marie decides to chart a bold new course for those she now leads and protects. She will bring herself and her sisters out of the darkness into riches and power. And then I also picked up, without realising this is also by Lauren Groff, Fates and Furies. I really liked the cover on this. The spine caught my eye. This one says, every story has two sides, every relationship has two perspectives, and sometimes it turns out the key to a great marriage is not its truths, but its secrets. That's all it says. So I've just picked this one up. It sounded intriguing, really liked the cover on it, and hopefully it's good. This one cost me £2.50. I picked up Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. Veronica Roth is the author of the Divergent series. I'm pretty sure this is the first in a new series that she is writing. It says, Sierra and Aecos grew up in enemy countries on a vibrant yet divided planet. Sierra's ability to transfer extraordinary pain with a simple touch makes her a dangerous weapon for her tyrannical brother. When Aecos is kidnapped and forced to serve Sierra, it's clear that their hatred is mutual. But as Aecos fights for his survival, he recognises that Sierra is also fighting for hers, and that her true gift, resilience, might be what saves them both. Their world is on the brink of political chaos, and Aecos and Sierra must decide if they will fight for what's right, even if it means betraying their families and countries. When the time comes, will they choose loyalty or love? I think this is pretty much a standard fantasy plotline at this point, with a bit of romance in there. I paid £2 for this. And finally, for this haul, we picked up some hardbacks. They had hardbacks on buy one get one free. So I had picked up Finding Chica by Mitch Albom. This is another one that is apparently absolutely devastating. This was £2.49. We also picked up The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This was also £2.49. And then I realised we probably could have just got those two books as buy one get one free, but we didn't do that. We bought two more books. So Andy picked up a hardback copy of The Searcher by Tana French, and then I picked up Minding Frankie by Maeve Binchy. The only reason I picked this book up is because it was the last thing that I ever bought my grandma before she died. I really liked this version with the cover, and it's in very good condition. It's the first copy I've seen in very good condition, and I just thought it would be nice to have a copy of this on my shelves as a keepsake, just for sentimental reasons. So that's why I picked this one up. So that's everything I picked up in this haul, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Did you like the sound of any of those books? Did any of them tickle your fancy? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.